Hey folks, welcome to the show. Big game for the Oilers, not just for the final score, but for the hope that history would be made. McDavid was sitting on 99 assists coming into this game, and Kucherov just hit his 99th today before the game started. So there was lots of belief that McDavid would hit 100 points, especially considering the Sharks haven't been necessarily excellent at keeping pucks out of the net this year, nor this game. So there was an expectation that McDavid would hit 100 assists. I don't like saying the word expectation, but a very strong reality, very strong possibility for all the sold out fans in attendance and those of us watching on the TV that we were about to witness history, 100-point season for the first time since the early 90s. And it didn't always look like that. So let's get into it. And McDavid does get a point early, 53 seconds into the game, but he's the one scoring. It's his 32nd goal of the year, and he's assisted by Darnell Nurse. So, okay, no assist for him, but that's okay. Lots of time left. 4 minutes later, Adam Henrique scores his 24th goal, and he's assisted by Brett Kulak. No McDavid assist. Okay, well, there's still lots of time left. Then, 6 minutes after that, the Oilers make it a 3-0 lead. Halfway through the first, when Warren Foegele scores his 18th goal of the year, he's assisted by Draisaitl, but again, no McDavid assist. 5 minutes after that, Hyman goes off for the only penalty of the game. It's high sticking. That power play is killed by the Oilers, and before the period can end, Dylan Holloway gets on the board, his 5th goal of the year, and is assisted by Darnell Nurse and Adam Henrique. But once again, no McDavid 100 assists yet. And the first period ends with a demanding 4-0 lead for the Oilers. 10-6 were the shots for the Oilers as well. So at this point, the game isn't over, right? The game doesn't end till the clock hits 0. And hard work will always beat out talent. But at this point, the Oilers had already outworked the Sharks and had the talent too. And Sharks didn't seem too interested in making much of a game of it. It's nearly the end of a very long season for the team, but they won't go away. They didn't go away scoreless. 2 seconds off the 2-minute mark into the second period, Gushin scores his first career goal in his 3rd career game, assisted by Bordelot, and it's a 4-1 game for the Oilers. But the lead continues to grow for the Oilers when Warren Foegele once again gets on the board 4 minutes and 41 seconds into the second period. Scores his 19th goal of the year, and he's assisted by Nugent Hopkins and Draisaitl, but once again, no McDavid. The Oilers have scored 5 goals, and McDavid has not had a single assist to make the history we're all hoping to see. And also of note, that's like the 3rd or 4th multi-goal game for Foegele, but he's contractually, legally prevented from having a hat trick all year, so he's done scoring for the game because he tried to. He had some really good chances, just some dings or saves. He had 9 shots on the game. Draisaitl was trying to get him his first career hat trick, but it must be in his contract somewhere that nope, no hat trick for Warren Foegele, and you can't break that contract. Almost 6 minutes later, Corey Perry scores a goal for himself, his 12th goal of the year, assisted by Dylan Holloway and Evan Bouchard. But once again, no McDavid. Then, 13 minutes, 18 seconds in, Cody Ceci, on a rare offensive activation from him, scores his 5th goal of the year. He's assisted by Zachary Hyman and Adam Henrique. Once again, no McDavid. McDavid did touch the puck, but they don't hand out Tri-Terry assists, so he was not credited. Very soon after that goal, 31 seconds after, Evan Bouchard scores his 18th goal of the year, assisted by Corey Perry and Dylan Holloway, and once again, no McDavid. It's an 8-1 game, and McDavid has not had a single assist. He's had a goal, but no assists for McDavid. And that's kind of what everybody's hoping for at this point. The game feels put away. Again, anything can happen, but it was pretty much won at that point. But we're all here to see history, and after that goal, Devin Cooley, San Jose local or native goalie, is finally pulled. It's a mercy pull. I don't think any of those goals you could look at were like, well, he should have had that. Like the one Skinner allowed against Gushin at the beginning of the second, that was not a good goal to allow. That was one of the worst goals he's probably allowed all year. But Cooley didn't really have that luxury of facing these easy shots all the time. A lot of it was passing plays that simply were not being stopped by any Shark player, and Cooley wasn't putting up the saves either. Again, not going to pin it on him or anything, but a bad game's a bad game. You obviously feel for the guy, whether you're a goalie like me or not. You kind of look at him like, okay, finally. I know one guy I was talking to was asking for him to be pulled for his sake. He's like, I'm happy to watch Oilers score, but this is getting sad at this point because Cooley's a young kid. But he does get pulled in time for another young kid, Romanov. It's his first taste of NHL action outside of the preseason, but he doesn't last long before allowing a goal of his own. Just over a minute after, or almost 2 minutes after Cooley is pulled, Hyman scores his 54th goal of the year, and it's a tap-in from Connor McDavid and Darnell Nurse. Connor McDavid finally gets an assist. It's a 9-1 game, and McDavid has hit 100 assists for the first time by any NHL player since the early 90s. He joins 3 other players who have reached the mark: Bobby Orr, I almost said Cale Makar, Mario Lemieux is what I mean, and Wayne Gretzky. Maybe a Freudian slip for Cale Makar is praised, but Colorado has some pressing issues at hand first, as we discussed in the playoff preview video. But anyways, McDavid's done it. He's hit 100 assists, and he laughed quite a bit on the bench. They must have been joking with him. I don't think I've ever seen him laugh on the bench, like a chuckle here and there, but he had quite the belly laugh. So I feel like the team was more interested in him having 100 assists than he was, which happens with this team. It's kind of fun with that. Draisaitl liked Hyman's 50th goal more than Hyman did, and all the Oilers players liked McDavid hitting 100 assists more than McDavid did. And anyways, the second period ends with a commanding and astonishing 9-1 lead for the Oilers. The shots in the second period were 17-5. Third period is just kind of more of a formality period, though the Sharks do net a goal on a kind of a little lazy sequence, though. It's 15 and a half minutes into the third period. Zetterlund scores his 23rd goal of the year, assisted by Granlund and Eklund, and it's a 9-2 game. If they can score 7 goals in the next 4.5 minutes, well, that would be historic, but they don't score anymore after that, and the game ends 9-2. I didn't hear any we want 10 chants like you might usually hear, but I think at that point the Oilers fans were at this point feeling bad for the Sharks, because it's not like the Sharks have been a competitive team. And, if the Sharks were a 40-win team, even a playoff team, you might be like, yeah, we want 10, but at that point we just kind of felt bad because it's just another blowout for the Sharks, and a lot of suffering for the Sharks. And the Oilers fans, all of us Oilers fans, got what we wanted, not only a win, but a blowout win, but perhaps most importantly, well, not most importantly to McDavid, but the 100th assist for Connor McDavid. One lady I was talking to said she doesn't like these games because they can be boring. And yeah, they can be boring, but they're relaxing. It's nice to have these games once in a while. When you watch all the games that I do, it's nice to have a relaxing game, and it's nice that the Oilers won it pretty early. The game-winning goal was scored 4 minutes into the game, so I was able to relax and enjoy myself instead of wondering, are we going to beat the Sharks? No, that question was answered pretty quickly. I mean, again, anything can happen, but that didn't happen. Oilers closed it out. Good on them. So final score was 9-2. Final shots in the third period was 12-10. So Skinner did have some workout for him, as did Romanov on the other end. The ice was not tilted because the Oilers were scoring a bunch on both nets. Not their own, I mean, when they switched sides and stuff. Each team made sure that the other team got hit for every shot they took. For 39 shots allowed, San Jose did deliver 39 hits. And for the 21 shots Edmonton allowed, they delivered 22 hits. Face-offs were 58.5% in favor of the Oilers. Oilers were 0 for 0 on the power play, but a perfect 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. Skinner was 19 for 21. One of them was weird. The first one he really should save as not just an NHL not just as an NHL goalie, but any goalie. But at the same time, those goals do happen. Doesn't excuse him either. But he still had a good game. And most importantly, the win. He's one of the winningest goalies in the season right now. Devin Cooley had the start for the Sharks. He was 8 for 14, left at the past the halfway point of the second period. Romanov came in relief, allowing a goal early, but closed the door on this 16 of the 17 shots he faced. Granted, it's not like the Oilers were really looking to get 10, so it's not like they were super trying hard, but you'll take the wins you can get as a goalie, especially as a goalie for the San Jose Sharks. So 16 for 17 is a good performance. Moving on to the final stats for the Oilers. Before I get into the 3 stars and stuff, I'll mention that there was 9 players who had multi-point games for the Oilers. Obviously, nobody on the Sharks had a multi-point game, but 9 players had a multi-point game for the Oilers. In alphabetical order, there was Evan Bouchard, goal and assist. Leon Draisaitl, 2 assists. Warren Foegele, 2 goals, but of course no hat trick because legality contracts and stuff. Adam Henrique, goal and 2 assists, as well as Dylan Holloway. Zach Hyman had a goal and assist. McDavid had a goal and his 100th assist. Darnell Nurse had 3 assists, with Corey Perry a goal and assist. No Shark had a... Well, actually, no, that's not how I should say it. All the Sharks had a negative plus-minus, except Klim Kostin, a former Oiler. In his second line minutes, he was a neutral plus-minus player. And then I will say that, when you see a game like this, you expect to say, okay, well, everyone had a good game. I wouldn't say Brett Kulak did. He did have an assist, but I think he's been playing the role of a third pairing for so long, despite him being more offensively inclined. I think he wanted to do a bit more and maybe got a little cocky, and so he actually had 4 giveaways on the day, which I don't mention too much because, giveaways can be so fluky and stuff, but he had 3 defensive zone giveaways, which are rarely acceptable, so that's pretty ugly, and he was on for the second goal against, so I wouldn't say he had a good game, but he did have an assist. And I like Kulak. I don't want this to be used as, well, Kulak's got to go. No, I still like him. I think he was just hungry to prove that he is more than what he's been this year, and I absolutely believe him, but it cost him in this game, but didn't cost the team, most importantly. 3 stars for the game. Lots to choose from, obviously. That's why I mentioned the whole multi-point scorers. The fact that I couldn't include Warren Foegele with his 2 goals was kind of hard, or McDavid with his 2 points and 100th assist and all that. But I settled with Darnell Nurse as a 3rd star for his 3 assists, 3 hits, and 20 minutes and 41 seconds on ice. 2nd star was Adam Henrique. He had the game-winning goal. Not that it mattered too much in this game, but technically it'll be counted as a game-winning goal. He also had 2 assists, a block, and was 7 for 10 on the face-off circle in his 15 minutes of time on ice. And 1st star, Calgary native Dylan Holloway. He had a goal, 2 assists, 4 hits, and almost 14 minutes of time on ice. So a really excellent game for a lot of players on the Oilers. And again, calming, nice game that you can kind of chill out and and enjoy people around you and the game. Obviously, I'd say that as an Oilers fan. If I was a Sharks fan, I would try to find the positives, which there wasn't too much. Maybe Romanov having 16 saves on 17 shots, and Klim Kostin being okay in a second line minutes against the Oilers, but that's kind of where a lot of the positive. And again, it's the end of a long season for the Sharks, so I don't blame them for being pretty worn out by this and not really too interested in getting a win that didn't mean too much. But the Sharks are now confirmed to have the best odds for the draft lottery this upcoming draft. Not that the players care too much about that. They appreciate it, but they don't. It's consolation, but you don't want consolation as much as you want wins. So anyways, that's it for now. Various country music has been playing in the background, mainly Cor Blund, who's singing right now, and Coulter Wall, if you're interested in what you hear. But hopefully you're more interested in what I'm saying, and that you'll come back for more. I have playoff previews planned, as well as, of course, as always, game reviews for the last 2 Oilers games of the season. They play the Coyotes Wednesday night, and then the Avs Thursday night before the season ends that night. It's been quite a ride for the Oilers, and one I've certainly enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed it too as much as this video, or use me as white noise, that's fine. Please leave a like if you think I've earned it, or a dislike if you think I've earned that too. Comment your thoughts, I'd be happy to know them, and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're bugged for when I put out more, I think, good quality content. But anyways, that's it for now. Oh, almost forgot. I have pretty much decided on changing my name to Rocky Mountain Hockey. I just wanted to mention that for reasons I explained in the last game review against the Canucks at the beginning of that video. But I just wanted to announce that a couple times before I actually make the change, so you're not wondering what the heck's going on. I will keep the profile picture the same so that it's not like super unfamiliar, but I'm just going to rebrand to be more hockey focused as we head into the playoffs. Anyways, once again, that's it for now. Have a great rest of your day wherever you're at, and I will see you whenever I see you next.